Hi, this is Martha from Just Martha Designs, and I wanted to have an opportunity night to share with you a little bit about Stampin' Up. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I have been a demonstrator since November. I actually started mostly a just as a hobby. However, I kind of wanted to expand my business. In order to expand, I'm going to have to share with you guys, and I hope that you will actually kind of. Let me turn my phone off. I wanted you to share this with you so that you would see exactly what it is that I do and kind of share a little bit about my business. I am taking comments. So once we have, I suppose, some viewers on, I'll be taking comments. Turn my phone off. We've had a little bit of bad weather in the area. I actually traveled today so that I actually traveled up to the upstate today for a job interview with another school district, and took the opportunity to visit with friends while I was there. And on the way back, unfortunately, I checked my phone and saw that we had a tornado watch in the area. So as I was still about an hour away, there were trees down in the road, and right after I passed the trees down in the road, the tornado warning came over the radio. So it's been kind of hit or miss around here as far as weather, and I hope that doesn't affect my signal right now, just because I'd hate to lose signal. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to switch between cameras on the Google Hangout on air, just because I have a few things that I would like to share. I'll share with you one thing that I actually did. I saw someone actually complete a tutorial online for a magic sliding card, and I thought, oh, that's so cool. I really want to do that. And I was trying to determine which stamp set that I wanted to use with to actually mimic what they did. I think they used the Hey Chick stamp, and I decided to use the Avant Garden stamp just because I had it, and I kind of enjoyed using it with the watercolor. But this was my first attempt, and I'm still playing around with the dimensions of how I want to do that. But this was my first attempt at trying to create the little magic sliding card. And as you can see, the watercolor pencils are beautiful. That it has been by far my favorite thing to use for creating cards. And this is not a finished card. This was just me playing around with dimensions for a pocket in order to create the sliding stamp. And it's something that I'll probably be using in a tutorial coming up very soon. Let me see if I can switch over my cameras. While I'm pulling it up. All right. Well, I can't find my other camera. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to switch over my cameras, and I apologize for the picture being inverted. Really, even the little thing is like inverted here. Oh, now there it is. All right, so Will Fooey. I actually had it flipped. No, I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm hoping that this is on. I can't really tell. Everything always looks backwards. Okay, so, and I'm sorry, everything is flipped. And I don't know what I did. I think I unflipped it one point and then flipped it back another point. Okay, I'm going to hope that this is showing up and it's actually recording, because it is not allowing me to see. So if you comment on this, I probably will not be able to see it for the moment. But I wanted to share with you a little bit. This is our occasions catalog. And right now we are in Celebration, and Celebration runs from January 4th to March 31st. And during that time period, during the celebration, if you join StampinUp.com or join Stampin' Up, then you have the opportunity that you can actually receive 2 free stamp sets, which is a great deal. It is $99. It's $99 to sign up and join Stampin' Up, and for joining, you actually get $125, plus they're throwing in those 2 extra stamp sets. So it's almost $150 value just for joining up during Celebration. And Stampin' Up has a lot of great products available. And even if you're joining as a hobbyist, like I said, that I signed up just as a hobby because I enjoy doing the stamps. That is something that you can do. You can save 20% on your supplies by doing that. However, if you decide that you're wanting to turn that into a business, joining, like I said, during Celebration, you can actually get those 2 free stamp sets. Let me switch this back I'm going to be switching back and forth between the two views. And I was going to say that I will actually include with the description of this video, I will include the sign-up link. I meant to do that beforehand, but I forgot. I mean, make my little screen smaller. But I will actually include, I'm in the process of trying to find my link for you, and I will post that in the description. Okay. Yes, me trying to find things on my computer. I'm typing it as I speak. I'm not really speaking right now. All right, so it should be down below in the description. And I've also posted that in the event. That'll be in the event tab on my Facebook page. Pull that back up again. All right, so I'm going to switch over, and what I want to do right now is I want to kind of create on camera a very simple card. I've already cut most of the things out, so it's pretty simple to put together. And once again, like I said, if you have any questions, you can always comment. If it's on my blog, you can on justmarthadesigns.com. You can go there and you can comment on the post that I created for the opportunity night if you have any questions, or you can go to my Facebook page for Just Martha Designs. This particular video is under the event tab. You can comment there, or you can comment on this video if you have any more questions about Stampin' Up! Or any of our products. I really love the Stampin' Up! Products. They're very high quality products, and I'm very excited because I do have some really fun things that are coming this week. I have a lot of things that are planned out for upcoming virtual classes. I originally did not think that I would be able to do the classes, mostly because we have a library in town. I live in a very small town, very small rural town, And unfortunately, by the time I get off work, because I teach, the library is generally closing. It's not a good thing. The library is generally closing, and they're closed on the weekends, and that really limits the time as to where I could actually hold large classes and actually do the Stampin' Up! Classes and workshops. And so I thought the alternative was to actually use my YouTube channel and create some workshops and some virtual classes. And my children have greatly helped me to set up cameras and things like that in my little space in my room. So I have the opportunity to actually create some online classes and some online tutorials, as well as completing some online workshops. I will be expanding that into Etsy. Now, joining my team, if you decide to sign up and you decide to join my team, I do have a special section of my website and blog set aside called Duplicate My Business. And what it is me giving you all of the knowledge that I possess about running a business. I am very business minded. I actually have experience as far as business management, and I am well knowledgeable about website design and development, and I try to use that to my advantage. And one of the things that I want to do to help those demonstrators who sign up underneath me and become my downline is to help you become successful too and find new ways to expand your business. And there are a lot of things that I really wanted to know, and how I became a demonstrator myself was a little bit of someone asking me to help them out. And I thought, well, if I can do this, I can help others out to do the same thing. And that led to me wanting to expand beyond the hobbyist. Hobby is fine. Business, if I can find a way to expand on that, I really enjoy the business aspect of it. And currently, like I said, I am a teacher, so I have that going for me, and trying to teach others how to do the same thing as far as the business is concerned. That's something that I can do as well. So you sign up beneath me. I do have a section for my demonstrators here below me, so that you can learn how to duplicate my business, to do all the techniques and things that I had to learn the hard way. There were a lot of things that I really wasn't sure of, as far as how to put together things, how to price things, how to sell things, because it's one thing to run a workshop and do a demonstration. It's another thing to try to incorporate that completely, strictly all online. And that's pretty much what I had to do, was to put everything online, because like I said, very small rural town, very limited places where you could hold large workshops. And I really like the idea of being able to do things virtually, because that is the world that we live in now. Everything is all about doing things virtually, whether it's virtual school or it's the YouTube. YouTube is a great source of information, and I really enjoy utilizing YouTube. Now, I'm going to switch over to my other camera because I'm going to do this little quick card with you and show you how to basically put together a quick card for demonstration if you were to present at a workshop. So switch cameras. All right. And I am going to flip this screen. I'm hoping that the screen is right. And I do hope that because I can see it on my camera that you, or on my computer, that you can see it the same way. Generally, when you do a workshop, the best thing to do is to put together a lot of different packets of things, especially pre-cut things, or to take, if you had your big shot, take your big shot with you, and at a workshop, have everything available that the customer would need to put together a card. So I have some cardstock. I've already cut it and folded it. It is 11 inches long. It is 3.5 inches wide, and I just folded it long ways because that's kind of the way that I wanted it to be. And I had some white cardstock that I simply cut out so that it's a little smaller. And I'm going to use some quick tape, use a little tape runner. And I'm going to attach this to the front of the card. And then I have, of course, this was actually cut out earlier when I created that sliding card. And I've already set it aside. When I created the sliding card, this was the extra, so it's already punched out, and this was from the stitched shape framelets. This is wonderful. I think that these are now back in stock. They have finally gotten them. They were sold out because these are wonderful. It's very beautiful. I don't know if I can get it close enough to the camera that you can actually see the little stitch shape on there. It creates, it looks like it's stitching all the way around, and that is cut out from the little frame, the little thinlet here. And this is the large oval. So I ran that through. This is going to be attached to the card. But I forgot where I put the little stamp. All right, so I'm going to actually stamp on this particular card. I have like the little flower. I've used this one before. And I'm going to kind of ink this up. Now, the great thing about crafting is that it is a great way to kind of relieve stress, if you will. There are many times that I come home and just kind of sit down, and either it's pull out my little watercolor pencils, or the stamps, and just kind of create something. So I wanted to just kind of create a little effect on this, because the big ta-da is going to be the wording, and I'm going to put that on this And I'm going to use this one. Make a little thank you card. I'm going to center that right in the middle. Apply some pressure to it. And then have that thanks for being you. I love the little clear, polymer stamps because they are absolutely excellent. So I have this on here, but of course, you know, that's really too big. I'm going to attach this to the center of my card. And then I'm going to take this and of course I would lose something that I needed. I don't know where it went. It ran away. Oh, I went back. I'm going to use a little punch, and I'm going to punch out the thanks for being you. Put my little, I never throw away anything. I use everything. And so this will go basically right there, but I don't want it flat. So I'm going to use some dimensionals. Let's see if I can pull the little papers off. The dimensionals are great because it gives a little 3D effect. There we go. And then I'm going to put that right there, kind of off center. And then, ta-da! We're done. That was quick. Very simple. Not a whole lot of supplies. As a matter of fact, that whole card right there probably cost maybe about 75 cents to create at most. And so you could create a whole lot of these and put them together in little packets and put them together very quickly at a workshop. So this is my little thank you card. I'm going to switch back. If I can get my camera to go back. Okay, so that was my little card that I created. Let's see if I can get a better picture. Right there. The little dimensionals. So, like I said, about 75 cents, maybe less than that to make that card. Very simple, very quick to put together. And like I said, that's something that's very easy to do for a workshop or a demonstration. I think that for the most part, people think that demonstrations have to be something that there's a whole lot of, or it has to be very complicated. Depending on the experience of those people who show up for a workshop, would determine how difficult you make a card. That was something that was easy to put together in under 10 minutes. And it would be, you could have actually added a few more things, or a few more details, or even teach something at the time. For example, to use the same stamp set, and actually for the thanks for being you could have actually used embossing powder, taught an embossing technique, any number of things that could actually be used to create a card, and to actually use it for a workshop. Like I said, the virtual workshops, some of the tutorials that I've done online have been very popular, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I've actually enjoyed completing the videos. It takes a little bit longer to edit, and sometimes I don't edit, sometimes I just run it straight through. I hate the little choppy if it breaks up, but to actually do the tutorials and show people some different techniques, and I have quite a few ideas that are lined up that'll be coming up later this week. And like I said, I'm really wanting to focus on the magic sliding card. That's one of the things that I'll have coming up soon. I actually created something similar, not quite the changing colors, but to create sliding pockets for scrapbooks and making things that were interactive in scrapbooks. And that's pretty much my experience as far as stamping and paper crafts was from scrapbooking, because I enjoy photography. So that was a nice mix. And then for the video tutorials that I've actually put up, some of them have been easy things, some of them really quick tutorials, and it's really hard for me, especially if I have a very busy weekend. This was a busy weekend, and so I may not have an opportunity to actually create another video this weekend, but I'm going to try to keep my videos going and something new coming out every time. But like I said, I really wanted to share the opportunity, and I really didn't think that I would go past 7:30. This was supposed to be actually held earlier today, but like I said, I was traveling and I knew that I would not make it home by 3 o'clock. As a matter of fact, 3 o'clock, I think I was still an hour and a half, 2 hours away from home. So that was my opportunity night. Like I said, if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up, feel free to use the link below, or like I said, you can go to my website that is just marthadesigns.com, or you can go to the Facebook page. I've posted the information at both places, and feel free to check it out, and I will hopefully be back on the screen soon. Thank you.